What makes a good guitar? Let's find out. So there are definitely some things which don't automatically guarantee that a guitar is going to be good. So let's look at those first. So first of all is the name on the headstock. That doesn't guarantee that a guitar is going to be good. This guitar is good, and that's got that name on the headstock. This guitar is good, it's got that name on the headstock. This guitar is good, and it's got that name on the headstock. This guitar is good, and it's got that name on the headstock. This guitar is good, and it's got that name on the headstock. So while that wasn't necessarily serious, I'm trying to get across the fact that a name or a famous brand on the headstock doesn't necessarily make a guitar better. And I've played guitars by really famous brands, household names that absolutely sucked, and I've played guitars by brands that are not well known at all that were absolutely brilliant. So the name or the brand of a guitar doesn't guarantee that it's going to be good. So next, price. Does the price of a guitar guarantee it's going to be good? Well, absolutely not. So likewise, I've played some guitars that are household brand names that play terribly. I've also played some guitars that are really expensive and didn't like them one bit. And I've played guitars that cost a couple of £100 and they sounded absolutely great and they played great. Perfect example, I was at a gig and I was playing what was at that time my main guitar, and I won't say the brand, but it was a famous brand. The guitar cost about £2,100. I played it for the first set of the gig. It was in the function band and it played great and it was reliable, but it just sounded awful. So second set, I put that guitar away and I got one out that cost me 200 quid on eBay, and it absolutely sounded amazing and played great. So the price of a guitar doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a good guitar. Now, am I saying that expensive guitars aren't good? No. Am I saying cheap guitars are really good? No. What are my favourite guitars? My favourite guitars are, if I had to pick two, one of them would be one of my PRS guitars and one of them would be one of my Yamaha guitars. So buying an expensive guitar should mean a better quality, but it doesn't always. So third, where it's made. So some people will only play guitar if it's made in America, or they'll only play a Japanese Ibanez, for example. So again, where it's made doesn't guarantee that it's good. And perfect example, every place I've ever worked, there are some really good people that work there, and there are some people that aren't particularly good that work there. And I guarantee it's the same in a American guitar factory, a Chinese guitar factory, a Korean guitar factory, a Japanese guitar factory. Somebody can have an off day when they're checking it or doing the quality standards. So just because something's made in America or made in Japan, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to be good. So I would say those are the three things that most people are snobbish about. So the brand, what they pay for it, and where it's made. But none of those three things guarantee a guitar is going to be good. So what does make a good guitar? Now we've looked at what doesn't guarantee that a guitar is going to be good. What does make a good guitar? So for me, there are 4 factors. So number 1, you have to like the way it looks. For example, no matter how well a Rickenbacker plays, I would never want one because they look disgusting to me. Other people, that might be their dream guitar. So the way it looks, that is completely subjective. So whatever you like, is this what you like? Some people love a Rickenbacker, I hate it. Some people love a BC Rich Warlock. A lot of people don't like that. So the looks, that's an objective thing. But if you like it, that makes it good for you, and that is all that matters. So once you found a guitar you like the look of, you need to play it. So playability for me is key. If you like a fat neck and you've got a really thin neck, that might not be right for you. Whereas if you love a thin neck and you get a great big chunky Les Paul, then that might not be right for you. So playability also is what makes a guitar good. And again, that's completely subjective, and that's something that only you will know whether or not that makes it good for you. But if you like it, then that makes it good for you. So third for me is tone, and again, this is completely subjective and depending on what style of music you play. So if you play in a death metal band, a Fender Strat with just single coils probably isn't what you're looking for. Likewise, if you're in a function band, something with EMGs may not be what you're looking for. So again, looks are subjective, playability is subjective, although there are obviously some things which make a guitar feel better to a majority of people. And tone is subjective and depending on what style of music you play. So again, if you like it, then that's good. And if you don't like it, then it's not good for you. And last but not least, I would say is reliability. So if you've got a guitar that's always going out of tune, I would say that's probably not a very good guitar. Even if it sounds good, but you have to tune it up 5 times during a song. And I have had guitars like that sound absolutely brilliant, but you play one chord and it's out of tune. To me, that's not much use as an instrument. So reliability, tuning stability, electrics or the electronics, are they stable, or when you change pickup does it cut out because you've got a loose wire in there? So reliability is also, to me, the fourth thing that makes a good guitar. So it's not the brand, it's not where it's made, it's not what it costs. What it is does it look good to you? Does it play well to you? Does it sound good to you? And is it reliable? So if your guitar ticks those 4 boxes, don't worry about what other people think about it, and don't worry about what reviews online say or what gear snobs say. If you like it, it's a good guitar. If you enjoy this video, then please make sure you give me a like, subscribe, and click the little bell to allow notifications so you never miss a video. See you later.